Hey, hello YouTube, it's me, B3, back another kicking comic book collection update. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff today. First up, from Boom Studios, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #4. Sorry if I keep, pausing and stuff. I have this, cut or something in my mouth, and it really hurts. But Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #4, excellent title. You should be reading this title, especially if you were a fan of it growing up. It's not a campy title at all. If you're going to make Power Rangers a bit more grown up for the audience that grew up with Power Rangers, this is the way to do it, because it's not dark at all, but it's more serious. But it's a comic that if I had kids, I'd let my kids read this comic. It's a great comic. It's got the perfect tone, I think. It's really an amazing book. Still in the story about Green Ranger and accepting him into the team and everything. Really good. And then we also have #5, which is kind of more of a prequel issue before Green Ranger showed up. Rita Repulsa tried to tempt Zack into becoming the Green Ranger for her, and it was a really good comic as well. I love this book. Sorry, it's just amazing. And then #6 here, also a great issue. New villain shows up and just takes their powers. No powers, no powers, no powers, no powers, no powers. But Tommy gets his powers from a different part of the morphing grid, so he kept his powers. So right now he's the only Ranger with powers. This huge new villain, who's awesome, by the way. And then we have an annual. This one's just a bunch of little stories. You know how they do with annuals sometimes. Just a bunch of little stories by different writers and artists and stuff, who just kind of tell the stories they want to. And it was really good. Lots of really just nice little lighthearted stories. One where the villain becomes a good guy in the end. This funny one where Bulk and Skull fight. One that kind of shows Jason struggling with balancing his life as a teenager and a Power Ranger and everything. And it was real nice. And then there's a story about Goldar's history and stuff, which was actually a little dark. He had to kill his own brother. Turns out Lord Zedd didn't always look the way he does. He actually used to have skin and stuff. He's actually been injured from trying to use the Zeo Crystal or something. It was insane. It was awesome. This was just a really fun annual. I really enjoyed it. And then back to the regular title with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #7. Tommy and Jason use the Dragon Zord to go to the moon, because Billy is trapped in Rita's dark dimension, and Rita also has control of the Zords, and it's pretty crazy. So I cannot wait for the next issue of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Then Dr. Fate #4. I'm missing issue 5, so I can't read the rest of my Dr. Fates until I get that issue. I might have to. I already ordered one. I just have to. Whatever. But this is a cool title, Dr. Fate #4. Not a lot really happens in this issue. He just kind of flies around. A Sphinx gives him a riddle. It's whatever. And then Spider-Man, very fun. Finally catching up on my Miles Morales Spider-Man here. Really cool. Hammerhead captures him, brings in Black Cat. They unmask him, but obviously they don't recognize him. He's just a kid. They try to scan his fingerprints and stuff, but S.H.I.E.L.D. has him covered, so he's not in databases that they can access. And, they keep going with that story. He escapes from them. And he's not doing so well balancing his superhero life and his student life. So his grandmother, who is not a person I like. I mean, us as the reader, we're not really supposed to like her, but she does what she does out of love, I suppose. Hires a private investigator to follow him. And of course, we all know who the private investigator is going to be. Of course, it's Jessica Jones. And in like 2 hours, she finds out Miles is Spider-Man. Easy. And down the line in some other books, she does warn him and is like, hey, I'm not going to tell your grandmother and stuff, but, And then the next 3 issues are all Civil War II tie-ins. I'm not reading Civil War, but I will get the graphic novel for Civil War II when it's out. So yeah, Tony Stark's trying to convince Miles to join his team. Miles not really sure what he wants to do and everything, but it eventually becomes a bit more clear. I mean, this issue right here is mostly, about him trying to decide what team he wants to be on. And then this is the one where he really, really figures it out, because Hawkeye puts down Bruce Banner. Yeah. And these three are just not having it. And neither is Iron Man, of course. But, yeah, you know, good book. I really like this Spider-Man title. Love it. So, yeah, quick recap. Spider-Man number 8. Spider-Man number 7. Spider-Man number 6. Spider-Man number 5. Spider-Man number 4. Dr. Fate number 4. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 7, MMPR Annual number 1, MMPR Annual, not Annual, MMPR number 6, my bad, MMPR number 5, and MMPR number 4. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, and I'll see you all later.